Hi, this is Suzanne. Welcome to my channel. Um, Today I'm gonna kit up this cute little dog with a pumpkin. I'm starting to get ready for Halloween pictures. I don't do a lot of Halloween, but I thought this one was extra cute and not too scary. So the first thing I wanted to do was show you how I get my canvas ready. I can't see very well. Sometimes I tell people that I'm blind in one eye and I can't see out of the other one. And sometimes I think it's true. So in order for me to get the washi tape straight for the way that I do it, I draw some grid lines on my canvas first. And that helps me to be able to line the washi tape up straight because most of the time I've got one eye closed because because one eye sees better than the other one, and so I get things a little crooked if I'm not careful. So this helps me keep it straight. So what I do is I have this little ruler. It's a metric ruler, which I cannot read it, so I just mark it where I like it and don't worry about how far it is. And I start out making the lines. I don't always get the little squares that even. But that's kind of close. And I do that periodically throughout the painting. Halloween used to be a really fun time when my family was younger. My second husband used to plant amazing gardens, and so we always grew pumpkins, and we always had a giant Halloween party for our family. I have 6 children, and when I married my second husband, he had 6 children. So together we had 12 children. There was no way that we could have holidays in the house very well altogether. So we did do this once a year, all the family get together for a Halloween party. At first we was trying to carve pumpkins, and that became quite a nightmare. So, okay, now when I get this, now I do the usual thing, and I do try to eye the row a little bit, but I don't have to be so exact. I mean, I can be more exact with this than I can with washi tape because of my eyes. So I guess this is not too hard to really figure out what I'm doing. Let's see. When we had our parties, after we decided that carving pumpkins was a big mess, and half of the family didn't really get into it, so we decided to paint faces on our pumpkins instead. I have some cute pictures. If I can figure out how to get one on here, I'll put one on here somewhere so you can see how cute some of them turned out. The kids really got into it. They loved it. We had tables set out on the lawn. We had a gigantic front lawn. So we had tables sitting out, and they just sit at those tables and just paint their little hearts out. Whoops. Thank goodness that isn't going to show. Okay. You guys might be a little, you might know a better way to do these lines, but this is how I do it. When we had our family parties, we did a lot of fun things. We played bowling with little pumpkins in our driveway. We had kind of a slanted driveway, so they rolled down pretty good so the little kids could get them to go to the pins. We had some old bowling pins. And one of the older kids, teenagers, would oversee the game so that everybody got a turn and nobody killed each other. We had a treasure hunt towards the end. We'd do a treasure hunt and the kids would go around and find the clue for the next clue, and that was quite a chore setting that up, trying to figure out where to do the clues. And one year let me get this straight. I took one of the clues to the neighbors so that the other clues would lead them to the neighbor's front door, and then she gave out the next clue. And that looks crooked to me, but it probably is crooked. Well, I can line it up pretty good with this. See, I'm crooked. Okay, let's move on to the next line. The kids love that treasure hunt. They looked forward to it every year. We had a pile of hay or straw piled up in a cute arrangement with pumpkins on it, and the kids would do their pictures. Did I do something wrong there? I don't know, it looks crooked to me, but maybe not. See, this is why I can't put washi tape on straight. I need a guideline to do it. We always had chili and breadsticks, and we'd usually have donuts, and sorry, I can't talk and do this at the same time, I guess. And hot chocolate, because we were outside. That was a lot of fun too. I put this here so this won't glare in your face, because I do need the light behind me for just about everything I do. So anyway, that's how I set it up to get started. I just do one line at a time and put the washi tape down. I guess I could show you. I've got this really cute Halloween washi tape. It's got little ghosts on it. I think it's really cute. So I usually do the first row. As you can see, I really need those lines to do the washi tape straight. So I usually tape off the first row. Sometimes if the painting's really big, I just do a square and a square. But this is not too big, so I'm just going to do it like this. And I just do one. And then when this square's done, I do another one. That way I don't have washi tape sticking up all over that keeps coming undone. So that's kind of the way I get started. Now let's kit up. So first thing, I didn't get all the stickers on this. These stickers that I have are removable. So I used to have the other kind of stickers, and I would just almost cry trying to get them off. My fingernail would be bent out of shape because I couldn't get them off. I'll show you how these work. You still have to dig the side a little bit. Then once you do that, you just pull it off. It comes off really simple. I'll get a new one now. So it makes it a lot easier to kit down. When I kit down, when I take off the old labels and get the beads, the drills put in their place, then I put the stickers on right then, so when I do kit up, usually I don't have to do this. I have new bottles for this that I just got, so I haven't had a chance to put the labels on. This painting has 24 colors. It's all numbers and letters, and the numbers are in order. I bought this painting from Temu. It's a 40 by 40. Just a good size for me. I do better with smaller paintings. I need more instant gratification. I have done larger ones, but for Halloween I didn't want to get too crazy because I don't really get into Halloween much anymore now that all my family has more grown-up children, and I live in a condo, so I don't get too many trick-or-treaters here. And here, I live in Utah. Here in Utah, and I don't know, you guys might do it in wherever you live too. We have trunk or treats where anybody that wants to meets. Usually it's in a church parking lot or something like that. And everybody gets in rows with their cars and opens their trunks and has their treats in the trunks. And sometimes they dress up. Well, of course, all the kids that are come and dress up. The last time I did it, my daughter helped me do it, and she was into Hocus Pocus that year, and so we decorated our trunk with Hocus Pocus and lights around the edges. It was pretty fun. Okay. Let me see, hopefully you can see this okay. So, I think I might have on shore, I have a bag in here that has broke open, or be left open. I should have probably done this before, but I kind of forgot. Anyway, let's see if we can not throw beads all over the room. I have a tendency to have a lot of beads fly across the room when I'm doing things like this. Oh yeah, I think the bag is open. And it's 3 tens, looks like. So even if I lose some, I have plenty in my storage of drills. Anyway, I think it's a 310. This little dog that's on this picture reminds me of my little golden doodle. Kind of looks like her. Yeah, what a mess. Okay. Well, it happens to be number 1, so let's go ahead and get it in the bottle. I like the jars. They're my preference, unless I'm doing a bigger painting, and I do have some of the Elizabeth Warden ones, only I get the knockoffs from from Temu. They're really nice, and sometimes I can get them for $10, $13, which is good for me. So whenever I see them for that price, I usually buy 2 or 3. So I'm getting a collection of them, but I'm finding out that I don't use them as often as I thought I would. When I have a lot like this, I just leave the rest in the bag, and I just put them in the lid. And then if I do need to put it up, usually they'll fit on here and I can just close it. Okay, so that's one. See, I guess I need to get these bags out better. I think I might have to take them right out of here to keep from making a mess. Okay. So 2 is 2. Sometimes I feel like I'm making the, I keep thinking I should save the bottle for the next one and use the same numbers, but I never do it. When it is the bags, when it's the trains, I can get it in the bottle easy, but with the bags, I have a pretty hard time, so I use the funnel. If you guys have any traditions or anything that you do on Halloween besides trick-or-treating, tell me about them in the comments and I can share them with everybody. Now 3. Halloween really isn't one of my favorite holidays. I guess it was a little more when my kids were young. I did the costume parade at school and all the stuff. But now that they're all grown up, I'm not really into that anymore. It's not as fun. 4. I'm just starting my channel. I've just done the month of August, going into September. I'm struggling along, trying to do this. I'm still learning. Not great at it. I think, well, I really appreciate you stopping by and watching. So, we got 5 is 5. I do number and letters or symbol or whatever. I don't use the DMC codes for anything. When I'm done with my paintings, I go back. If I have ones that I do want to put in my storage, I write the DMC number on the top and then put them next to the pile of the rest of them that I need to do. I keep just buying more bottles so I don't have to kit down. I don't really like it, but I've had 5 or 6 times now where I have used them because I ran out of drills on a painting, or a drill was missing from a kit. So I'm glad I have been saving them, but I really don't enjoy doing all that work. The other day, I was trying to clean up some paintings and stuff, and I used my box of spare drills. It's pretty heavy, so sometimes I sit it on top of paintings that I'm going to be doing, and went to pick it up off of the paintings to get a painting out, and I dropped the box. And half of the drills went everywhere, so I just kind of picked them up and stuffed them back in the box and cried. Not really, but felt like crying. And I always put a line underneath, because I don't draw very well. I put a line underneath the 7s and the 9s and the 6s, and if there's an L, I put it under an L, because for some reason I get L's and 7s mixed up. So I have to cover all my bases, make sure that I can tell everything apart. These drills seem pretty good. I don't see any static or anything. I think this is going to be a fun one to do. It has just minimal confetti in it and a little bit of blocking. Just a good mixture of both, so I think it'll be fun. Since I started this channel, I keep heating up and starting projects, and then I get anxious to do the next one, so I end up not finishing anything. So I got a whole bunch of little things sitting around that I need to finish. Hopefully I can finish them all in September and get caught back up. Number 8. And uh-oh. Okay, 8 is supposed to be A. That's what happens with me. I thought it would go to 9. I wasn't paying attention. So this should have been A. Okay, so 9 will be B. Starting to look a little unorganized here. I got some. Oh, I already showed you that. I've got a cute cover minder. I have some Halloween ones coming, but I haven't got them yet. But I have this little piece of candy. It's a little, little Snickers bar, so I figured it could stand for trick-or-treating. I think it's cute. I don't know if you could see that very good. I'm gonna get a drink. My throat, I'm getting croaky. Okay, where were we? We're on 10, and 10 is C. I do under C's too, in case there's a U. So I tend to make those the same. Getting up is not my favorite part either. I know some people really enjoy it. I just want to start painting. This part is just what I have to do to get going, so I do it. I know some people work out of these bags. Well, When I first started diamond painting, well, the first one I did, I worked out of the bags. Since I didn't know any different, I didn't think too much about it. But now that I've diamond painted for a little bit, I changed my mind on the bags. Let's see, 11. 11 is D. I'm not the best at writing and stuff, but I know what it says, so I don't worry too much. The reason that my eyes are funny is a couple of years ago I had a couple cataracts, so I needed to get a surgery on my eyes, and I was kind of excited because I was going to get lenses and I could quit wearing my glasses. So they do one eye at a time, and they do the worst eye first. And I talked to the girl, and they had like 10 different plans from $2,000 to $10,000. They have laser, or I don't know, the kind where they cut something. I don't know. Anyway, I thought I was clear on what I chose. I wanted, of course, to get a better lens, and I wanted the laser. Well, when I told her, because I said I want the one with the laser, she thought that that meant I didn't want the one with the corrective lens. So they put the lens in, and it wasn't corrected. I'm sorry, I have a fly flying around me. So I was pretty disappointed when I got that done and realized that I didn't see any better. So when I got the second eye done, I complained to them quite a bit, and so they told me that they could put the corrective one in my eye and they would balance each other out, and I would still be able to see good. So I went ahead and got the corrective one. It cost me $2,000 more than the first one did, which I didn't know. So I'm running over here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is when the tray's good to have. See if I can get this over here without dumping them. Okay, that didn't work so good. So anyway, I got the corrective lens in the right eye, and it didn't balance out. So I have to wear reading glasses so that I can see out of my left eye, but then the reading glasses irritate my right eye because it can see better. So sometimes I wear stronger glasses and use the left eye, and sometimes I use weaker glasses and use the right eye. So I'll pretty much always have one eye closed, it seems like. I think that's why I get things crooked sometimes. I think that's why I have a challenge doing multi-placing. I have to practically stand over the painting to see if I'm getting it straight or not. I'll put this up here. Well, I'm going to write on this that 12 was E. And then on E, I put a little 12 down here so I can find the bag without looking too hard. So F for 13. I hate it when they have E and F because they're so much alike. And then when they're right next to each other on the painting, that's even worse. This one Doesn't look like they are too much. The E is pretty dark and the F is pretty light. So I shouldn't have that problem on this one. Well, I don't know that you want to sit here and watch me keep doing this, so I think I'm gonna let you go and just finish this up. I hope that you'll subscribe and like and give me a comment. Tell me what you think of the video and give me some ideas or suggestions what I can do to make it more pleasant for people that are watching it. And thank you so much for coming. Goodbye.